200 plus stunning small garden corner landscaping ideas to transform your outdoor space. Imagine standing in front of a small, overlooked corner of a garden, a space that many would dismiss as too insignificant to matter. Yet, with imagination and thoughtful planning, this very corner can be reshaped into an oasis of style and tranquility. The true essence of landscape design today is not about scale, but about purpose. A few square meters can carry as much impact as an expansive yard if each detail is curated with intention. The modern philosophy of outdoor design embraces this idea fully, recognizing that even the tiniest retreat can reflect personality, lifestyle, and the trends of the present, while anticipating the desires of the future. The transformation begins with defining how the space should serve its inhabitants. Will it be a serene retreat, a cozy reading nook filled with leafy greens, or perhaps a playful corner bursting with color and energy? Some may prefer the charm of an herb garden where fragrance and utility meet. Others may envision a floral display alive with seasonal hues. Establishing this vision provides the framework for every choice that follows, from materials and textures to colors and accessories. In current trends, multifunctional spaces dominate. A single corner can shift seamlessly from morning meditation spot to evening social corner, proving that versatility is as valuable as beauty. Vertical gardening stands at the forefront of innovation for small spaces. Where horizontal dimensions fail, walls and fences rise to the occasion. Trellises, wall-mounted planters, and cascading baskets maximize planting potential without overwhelming the ground. Climbing jasmine, ivy, or roses ascend gracefully, creating natural green screens that provide privacy while exuding charm. Tiered shelving for pots introduces depth and rhythm, allowing the eye to wander upward, giving the illusion of expansion. This layered design embodies one of today's strongest design principles, creating abundance in compact areas through clever elevation. Defining pathways within a small corner may seem unnecessary, but it is exactly these details that transform a patch into a purposeful destination. Simple gravel trails edged with brick, slate, or natural stone guide movement and establish zones, while mosaic stepping stones or engraved pavers inject personal character. Contemporary design emphasizes subtle demarcations that help direct the gaze and shape experiences. Instead of perceiving a cramped area, one begins to feel a curated journey. Lighting, perhaps more than any other element, reveals the dual identity of a garden corner, one face in daylight, another after dusk. In current style movements, ambient lighting takes center stage. String lights overhead add intimacy and softness. Solar lanterns tucked within foliage glow like fireflies, and carefully placed spotlights dramatize sculptures or ornamental trees. By shaping the atmosphere, lighting allows the garden to extend its usefulness into evening hours, transforming it from a daytime retreat into a nighttime stage. Water features, no matter how modest, enrich the sensory dimension. The gentle trickle of a tabletop fountain, the reflective surface of a miniature pond, or the rustic charm of a cascading ceramic pot instantly alters the mood. Water introduces movement and sound, calming yet alive, aligning perfectly with trends that emphasize sensory engagement in design. Small gardens no longer serve only as visual spaces. They are crafted as immersive environments that involve sight, sound, touch, and even scent. Furnishing such a corner requires sensitivity to scale. Oversized pieces overwhelm, but the right selection, such as a bistro table with 2 slender chairs, or a sleek weatherproof bench with colorful cushions, creates balance and purpose. Decor adds layers of personality. A hand-carved statue, a birdhouse that invites life, or wind chimes that sing with the breeze. Current design favors curated accents that tell a story, making each corner not only visually pleasing, but emotionally resonant. Plants, of course, remain the soul of the design. A thoughtful mix of evergreen shrubs ensures structure and continuity, while seasonal blooms inject rhythm and change. Contrasting textures, smooth broad leaves beside airy ornamental grasses add intrigue, while shade-loving plants like hostas, ferns, and begonias keep the palette lush even in dimly lit corners. Color selection matters deeply. Pastels evoke serenity, while bold shades of red, purple, or yellow energize. Today's approach to gardening emphasizes intentional palettes that mirror the moods of those who inhabit the space. Ultimately, the transformation of a small garden corner exemplifies a philosophy of modern living, maximizing potential, cherishing detail, and valuing atmosphere over scale. With more than 200 ideas available to explore, experimentation becomes part of the joy. Swap arrangements seasonally, change the lighting design for festive occasions, or introduce new textures to keep the space alive. The true measure of success is not in the square footage, but in the feeling the corner evokes. A sanctuary of peace, a pocket of joy, a reflection of individuality. This is the promise of thoughtful landscape design, where creativity overcomes limitation, and even the smallest nook becomes a cherished retreat. As the transformation continues, the second dimension to explore is the harmony between architectural form and natural expression. A small garden corner is not simply an outdoor fragment, it is an extension of the home itself. And in contemporary design philosophy, the line between interior and exterior is intentionally blurred. This blending of spaces invites continuity, where the same sensibilities that guide the home's interior aesthetic flow seamlessly into the garden. Materials such as natural stone, timber, or textured concrete carry indoor elegance outward, while carefully selected furnishings echo the home's style, creating cohesion rather than contrast. Current trends emphasize sustainability and adaptability. Designers increasingly rely on eco-friendly materials, modular furniture, and low-maintenance plantings that respect the environment while responding to modern lifestyles. Permeable paving, recycled wood, and repurposed objects are not just practical choices. They are markers of a sustainable mindset that aligns with global movements in architecture and landscape design. The garden corner, no matter how compact, becomes a microcosm of ecological responsibility, a statement that beauty and ethics can coexist. Spatial efficiency remains paramount. Multifunctional elements elevate the utility of small spaces, merging practicality with elegance. A bench that doubles as a planter, a vertical trellis that provides both shade and greenery, or storage compartments cleverly hidden within seating exemplify this approach. The goal is to weave utility into aesthetics so fluidly that the visitor perceives nothing but harmony. This is the hallmark of future-oriented design, solutions that are as intelligent as they are beautiful. Plant layering is another key principle. Instead of a flat arrangement, the design unfolds in tiers. Ground covers soften edges, mid-level shrubs provide substance, and climbing plants reach upward to enclose the space in green. This vertical rhythm creates depth, making a small corner feel expansive. Seasonal planning enhances this effect. Spring bulbs awaken the garden with freshness, summer flowers bring vibrancy, autumn foliage delivers warmth, and winter evergreens preserve structure. Each season leaves its signature, ensuring the corner remains alive throughout the year. The role of textures cannot be overstated. In contemporary garden design, texture is as important as color. Smooth stone against rough bark, glossy leaves beside feathery grasses, woven furniture paired with sleek metal accents, these juxtapositions enrich the sensory experience. Texture invites touch, makes the space tactile, and ensures that the corner feels dynamic from every angle. This aligns with broader architectural trends that value material honesty and tactile richness, moving beyond mere visual appeal. Water continues to serve as a symbol of serenity and renewal, but in modern iterations, it often takes minimalist forms. A single blade of water falling into a narrow basin, a polished steel bowl reflecting sky and foliage, or a subtle ripple created by a hidden pump embodies elegance through restraint. These compact features require little space yet deliver profound impact. The sound of moving water acts as a counterpoint to urban noise, enveloping the corner in calm and reinforcing its role as sanctuary. Lighting design in this phase deepens sophistication. Beyond simple string lights, contemporary solutions embrace layered illumination. subtle ground lights for pathways, concealed LEDs beneath seating or planters, and artistic lanterns that double as sculptural pieces. Technology merges with tradition, as smart systems allow intensity and color to be adjusted for different moods, bright and lively for gatherings, soft and subdued for solitary reflection. Light sculpts the garden, shaping atmosphere with precision and artistry. Cultural influences enrich these corners with global diversity. Japanese minimalism inspires tranquil Zen pockets with raked gravel and bamboo screens. Mediterranean warmth introduces terracotta, lavender, and olive trees. Modern urban chic relies on sleek steel planters, monochromatic palettes, and bold geometries. By blending traditions with contemporary expression, each garden corner becomes unique, a reflection not only of personal taste, but of cultural awareness. This layering of global design languages defines much of today's architectural and landscaping innovation. Furniture choices evolve with trends, becoming lighter, sleeker, and more versatile. Modular seating adapts to different occasions, collapsible tables save space, and weatherproof textiles allow comfort without sacrificing resilience. The emphasis is on creating spaces that invite lingering, places where one can sip coffee in the morning, host a friend in the afternoon, and retreat with a book at dusk. This adaptability reflects the broader movement in architecture toward human-centered design, where comfort and usability remain central. Finally, personalization anchors the design, ensuring the corner transcends aesthetics to become emotionally resonant. This may appear in the form of handcrafted pottery, heirloom plants passed through generations, or artworks that carry stories. Trends celebrate individuality, encouraging homeowners to view their garden corners not as catalog replicas, but as living portraits of their identities. Each stone, each bloom, each decorative piece becomes a thread in a narrative that speaks of memory, aspiration, and belonging. In this second stage of transformation, the garden corner evolves into more than a functional or decorative space. It becomes a statement of values, sustainability, versatility, cultural appreciation, and personal identity, all intertwined with beauty. This is where architecture and landscape unite, where trends anticipate the future, and where a small piece of land becomes a profound reflection of how we choose to live. As the vision expands into the final stage of transformation, attention shifts toward the future of garden design and the evolving role of outdoor spaces in contemporary living. What once was simply an ornamental patch of greenery now emerges as a living laboratory of style, innovation, and forward-thinking design. Small garden corners are increasingly recognized as vital sanctuaries in urban life, places where architecture, technology, and nature converge to shape a more holistic lifestyle. The trends shaping tomorrow are already visible today, and they emphasize integration, adaptability, and experience over formality. Technology stands at the forefront of these future-oriented gardens. Smart irrigation systems ensure efficient water use, monitoring soil moisture and weather forecasts to deliver only what plants need. Automated lighting adjusts based on time of day or personal preference, shifting effortlessly from warm tones to cool accents. Sensors track plant health, providing feedback on nutrition, pests, and growth cycles. These innovations reduce maintenance while heightening the sense of connection, allowing the garden to feel alive, responsive, and deeply personal. This merging of digital intelligence with natural growth defines a key architectural movement of the present era, designing ecosystems rather than static spaces. Well-being has become the guiding principle behind modern garden architecture. The corner is no longer just for display. It is a retreat for mental clarity and physical restoration. Designers incorporate biophilic principles, emphasizing direct interaction with natural elements. Aromatic herbs release calming scents, soft moss invites touch, and gentle sounds of rustling leaves create meditative rhythms. The garden becomes a tool for stress relief, creativity, and contemplation. In the future, these spaces will increasingly serve as outdoor wellness rooms, extensions of the home that nurture mind, body, and spirit simultaneously. Sustainability remains central, evolving beyond material choices into regenerative design. Gardens are envisioned as ecosystems that give back more than they consume. Rainwater harvesting systems feed irrigation, compost stations recycle organic waste into nourishment, and pollinator-friendly plantings invite bees and butterflies, enriching biodiversity. Even in the smallest corner, this shift toward ecological responsibility ensures that the garden contributes to the health of the larger environment. It reflects a global architectural trend towards circular design, where every detail participates in a cycle of renewal rather than depletion. Aesthetic trends continue to diversify. Minimalist compositions will remain popular, and with clean lines and restrained palettes that emphasize serenity and simplicity. At the same time, bold maximalism reemerges, celebrating wild layering of plants, vibrant mosaics, and eclectic furnishings that defy predictability. Both directions share a common thread: authenticity. Whether minimalist or maximalist, the modern garden must resonate with genuine personality rather than superficial style. Homeowners are encouraged to embrace experimentation, blending styles, textures, and cultural influences to create something timelessly unique. Climate adaptability increasingly informs design decisions. With changing weather patterns, plant selection favors resilience, drought-tolerant species in arid regions, shade-loving greenery in hotter zones, and flexible arrangements that can adjust with seasonal extremes. Shading structures, retractable awnings, and movable planters reflect a dynamic approach where the garden can adapt as the climate shifts. In this way, a small corner garden becomes not just a passive space, but an adaptive partner in sustainable living, responding intelligently to external conditions. Furniture and decor of the future extend this adaptability. Lightweight modular sets can be rearranged in countless configurations. Textiles are designed to withstand sun and rain while maintaining luxury. Decorative elements embrace interactivity. Kinetic sculptures that respond to wind, responsive lighting that reacts to movement, or digital art projections that change with the seasons. These innovations transform the garden into a living performance, constantly evolving with mood, weather, and occasion. Community and connection also shape the identity of these spaces. The garden corner may be intimate, yet it represents a larger cultural shift toward reclaiming outdoor life. In urban environments, rooftop gardens, balcony retreats, and shared courtyards extend the concept, creating networks of green oases that strengthen community ties. The personal garden becomes part of a collective movement toward greener cities, where private creativity contributes to public well-being. Architectural design now celebrates this dual role, nurturing individuality while fostering community. Memory and narrative give these gardens their soul. Objects passed through generations, plants chosen to commemorate milestones, or stones carried from travels, all weave stories into the design. Future trends emphasize this personalization even more, encouraging homeowners to see their garden corners as living diaries of their lives. The beauty of over 200 landscape ideas lies not in imitation, but in inspiration, sparking unique combinations that resonate with memory, culture, and aspiration. Ultimately, the transformation of a small garden corner symbolizes a larger truth, that beauty is not bound by scale. With creativity, sustainability, and vision, even the most modest space can become a sanctuary of style, a statement of values, and a reflection of future living. This is not merely a design trend, it is a philosophy that elevates detail over grandeur, purpose over excess, and intimacy over spectacle. As the present blends into the future, these corners will continue to evolve, not as static designs, but as living expressions of human ingenuity and the eternal bond between architecture and nature.